Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a what I eat in a day, but I kind of like more so calling it what I ate this day, but it's obviously in the beginning of the day, so I haven't eaten anything yet. But I feel like it's more fitting and showcases the fact that not every day looks the same, you know what I mean? I eat different things every day, different amounts, etc, etc. But let's just say the last time I filled you guys in on my new eating strategy, let's just say it's changed. So we're gonna talk about it in today's video. Whoa. Seeing this right, this is oatmeal. It's been a minute, I feel like, since I've been eating oatmeal, at least showing it on YouTube videos, I guess, on YouTube. So let's just recap for a quick second. In one of my previous full day of eating videos, it's basically titled like how my nutrition has changed. And I shared with you guys how I was eating more animal based, I guess is a better way to describe it. I had a lot of people in my circle who were actually doing carnivore diet and just eating more animal based in general. I had a lot of people around me that were eating more steak and stuff. And so I was like, hey, let me kind of try it out, especially because I feel like the best way that I learn is through experience, and I feel like what makes me be able to provide more insight and advice is through the experience that I've personally been through. And I never want to be closed-minded when it comes to health and fitness and feel like I know everything, etc, etc. So I was like, you know what? I'm young. I want to keep trying other things and experience different things. So I was definitely never eating strictly carnivore at all, but I was just eating more animal-based. So I was eating more steak, more higher animal fat diet. So I was eating more 85-15 ground beef, and I just was eating a lot more fruit, and I wasn't so focused on getting in all my vegetables. And when I was eating way more organic based. Basically, I just was trying to eat more higher fat animal meat and also adding in more fruit was kind of what I was doing previously. And I felt like it was easier. I'm definitely someone who really shifts with the season. So when it's warm, I was in Costa Rica, I personally love fruit. And so they're a lot more quick, easy meals as well when you just need to cut up some fruit and make burgers or whatever. It just was honestly more how I like to eat in warmer months or in hotter climates. You know, I don't really crave big warm bowls of pasta or soup or oatmeal or anything like that. So anyways, moral of the story, that was a good switch up. It honestly was nice because we all know I eat the same things over and over again. So it was kind of nice to have a different nutrition approach for a little bit. I still did enjoy it. I actually really loved that way of eating, and I think it really helped me get out of my comfort zone. Because again, I used to be really closed-minded with steak and higher fat meat products. I just never grew up eating them. But now, as colder months are rolling around, I'm definitely craving more pasta, more heartier meals, I guess, warm oatmeal. Also, not as much good fruit is in season, definitely. And I don't want to officially declare this yet, but I do kind of want to go into a little bit more of a muscle building phase. I feel like I've definitely lost a good amount of weight and muscle over the past 6 months, I feel like. And obviously I definitely need more calories if I want to grow and more heartier meals. So that's kind of another reason why I'm kind of drifting back to adding a little bit more grains into my diet and just some heartier meals. So for breakfast, I usually have 3 full eggs. I eat all the yolk, everything, and 2 pieces of, usually it's 2 to 3 pieces of turkey bacon, but today we only had 2 pieces of turkey bacon left. My boyfriend is here, so we just each did 1 and 1. And then now I'm having my oatmeal, dark chocolate chips, of course, some strawberries and some peanut butter, and then also cinnamon. What I've been so bad about, you guys, is my water intake. Terribly bad. If I don't chug it right away, I just end up forgetting about it. I just feel like I've been so in the zone with working, because I've actually been way more efficient with work that then I just forget to drink. So no bueno. I've been doing some work and now it's in the afternoon and I really want to get to the gym before it gets any later because it's leg day. And I want this to be a good leg day because I'm towards the end of my cycle, and last leg day was day 1 of my cycle, and it just was not a good leg day. So I want to go have a good one. And I think we're just gonna have a little snack snickety snackety. And we're going to do a protein shake. I'm all out of protein bars right now. Blessed just came out with this new protein flavor because Ghostbusters is doing a collab with EHP Labs, or I should say EHP Labs is doing a collab with Ghostbusters. And this flavor is so good. I did a taste test and I also posted on my Instagram. I was tweaking out about this. It is so good. It is like now in my top 3 favorite flavors for Blessed. Like I love the chocolate milk one, blueberry pie, and then this one is on there. I like this better than any of their vanilla flavors. It's like a very light, sweet, marshmallowy flavor. It's so good. I literally don't even think I'm gonna mix anything with it. I might just like blend it with ice. I don't even know if I actually want the ice. I'm literally just mixing it in a shaker cup because it's so good on its own. What is really good about making shakes is that it's a good way to also like hydrate and get water in. So I'll do like just a generous amount of water when I'm mixing it with protein. It helps with this Blessed protein specifically. I find you need more water in there to like blend it well, but also it's just a great way to also sneak some water in there and hydrate. Dude. It's so soft. It's so silky. Like the texture is so good. I love it. I have to share with you guys these other products though because the packaging is insane and I'm such a packaging girly. So there's technically 3 products, excuse me, 3 flavors launching. One is the new Blessed protein flavor and that like marshmallow flavor. But then they also have Proton Plasma and that's coming in their Beyond BCAAs. Like look how sick this is. Are you kidding me? And it also comes in their OxyShred energy drinks as well. And then their other flavor that they're launching, so their 3rd flavor is in Slimer, and it also comes in their OxyShred energy drink as well. Like this graphic is so insane. And that is also coming in their normal powdered OxyShred and then also in their Oxy Greens. So you can get both the Proton Plasma and Slimer in all 4 of these products. And what's freaking sick about these energy cans is that they're glow in the dark. I'm not kidding. I have to show you because this was like the coolest thing to me. I love this kind of stuff. You have to charge them in the sun, but like what? How freaking insane is that? Whoa, that's like super bright. Is this not the coolest thing you've ever seen? I guess I don't know when you would need to take your energy drink in the dark, but alongside that protein drink, I think I'm also going to have some dried mango. Obsession is still alive and well, you guys. It really is. Costco dried mango is my favorite. Other thing I meant to say, I definitely have been doing like a heaped protein scoop when I do, just because I'm really trying to make sure I'm on my protein these days. I also forgot to say I have been sipping on this morning because I just need a little bit of a pick-me-up. This has like an orangey flavor palette. The Slimer is like a lime-esque, but this one and then the Blessed protein are like my favorites of all the new products. Now we're ready to go crush some legs. I'm wearing my merch again because I'm obsessed with it. It's so cute. In case you guys have been following along for the little gym drama of me not being able to film, really realistically now it's only come down to me not being able to use a tripod on the gym floor, and I just need to give you guys a vibe check because they said there's not enough space. So let me just do a vibe check. Definitely not enough space, definitely too crowded. And I found this new sign. There's 2 of them up now. I personally want to put a Live Fit sticker on it just to mess with it at this point. Okay, I know there's a little bit fresh, but like sometimes you just gotta play their game, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, getting into this workout. Started off with leg press. I did 4 sets of 10 here. For form, well, first I also have a higher foot placement because I'm trying to hit more glute and hamstring here. I'm always pressing my knees outward throughout the whole movement, and I'm making sure to not lock my knees out at the top, and I'm always driving up through my heels. I was actually really stoked with that weight. 3 plates for me on leg press is very solid. So then, since I was too lazy to set up normal barbell hip thrusts, I went on the Smith machine. I did 4 sets of like 12 to 15. For form, my knees are stacked over my ankle as always to get that 90-degree angle when you lock out at the top. I'm keeping my chin nice and tucked, and I'm trying to scoop with my pelvis and shoot my hip bones up to the sky. And I'm really trying to make sure I lock out at the top by pushing my hips up as high as I can. And we're always pushing through our heels to hit our gluteuses.
Then I did a Landmine RDL. I love this variation for RDLs. You guys know this is one of my all-time favorite exercises, and I like switching up with the Landmine. The angle's just fantastic. So I basically try to hit the back wall with my butt cheeks, pretty much. Or you could pretend like someone has their hands on your hips and they're pulling back. That inevitably is causing you to fold over. And then you're driving up through your heels. You have a slight bend in your knee as well to protect your knee. If you want more glute bias, have a greater bend in your knee. There I almost dropped the barbell and could have had an injury, but luckily it was happening when I was putting the weight down anyway. Okay, then this was for our glute medius. Really important with this setup, you want the cable to be above your non-working leg. As you can see, like my non-working leg that I'm kneeling on is underneath that cable. That's why I was looking all twisted getting into it, but it's very important. So these are cable donkey kicks. So basically you're just going to kick your working leg out to the side, keeping a 90-degree angle in that working leg's knee. Then I went to do some quad isolation. So this is a single leg extension for 3 sets of 10 here. I had to zoom us in because I had the camera on another machine, so it was really far away. But basically I was just trying to kick my toe up to the ceiling by squeezing my quads.
Alright, I'm warming up my late lunch and I'm finishing off some pineapple that we have. There's not a lot left, but I'm eating it before it goes bad, honestly. So this is what I'm actually gonna have for lunch. It doesn't look very good, but I promise it's actually so comforting. I made stuffed peppers the other night, so this is a leftover, but it's just a bell pepper. You make rice independently and then kind of like this meat mixture. So I have meat, this is some extra meat of the filling with some canned diced tomatoes, and then you basically just put that with the cooked rice. This is basmati rice in the pepper, pop it in the oven for like 40 minutes until the pepper gets soft, and it's so freaking good. This is actually a mix between ground beef and ground turkey. Something new that I learned is that a bell pepper is actually a fruit because there's seeds. Which, like, I knew that, but like I didn't, like, I know the concept that like anything that has a seed is a fruit, but like I didn't like apply it. I don't even know where to start to like address this gym situation because I'm just so over it and I feel so frustrated by it, and I'm just feel so defeated by the situation, slash like don't even want to give any more energy to it. But at the same time, it's like I'm all about being the bigger person. I think I'm a very understanding person. Not a lot gets me pressed, but I am the person that has a very fine line when I lose respect for someone or a situation, like where I'm gonna actually stick up for myself or at least express my viewpoint. Like I don't think being the bigger person implies that you're being walked all over, that like you can't express your viewpoint and stick up for yourself. I just truly think this is such a petty situation. I just know the situation in its entirety, and I just never, we were in the middle of a conversation, myself and the manager, over email because she didn't want to meet with me in person when I asked. I was super understanding in the email. I was totally opening up the conversation. I expressed why I'm filming. I expressed my willingness to comply with her rules, asking her what else I could do to make it better, asking if there was a less crowded time that she thinks would be best for me to come in. I was never just blatantly ignoring her rules. There, you are allowed to film. Even now, currently, you're still allowed to film in the gym. But the fact that she just never answered me, and then I come to like a few weeks later, see three signs plastered across the gym saying no tripod on the gym floor. There isn't another message on there that's posted as many times as the no tripod sign. Like the fact that it's splattered across over 3 signs in the gym when we all know I'm the only person who's using a tripod, when she couldn't actually close our conversation with like a definitive rule. Last I know, I can still film, I guess, but just without a tripod. And the fact that the new rule isn't stating that I can't use a tripod on the floor because there's not enough space is proving my original story, that the problem isn't as much of people not wanting to be in my shots. It's simply like the pettiness that they feel like I'm in the way with my tripod when that gym is so spacious and it's not a crowded gym whatsoever. And that's why I feel so frustrated. Like clearly it's so petty if the new rule after all of this is simply the real problem is the tripod placement. Like to me personally, my takeaway is that this is confirming the story that the employee told me, that this was employees complaining. or the pettiness of people just simply not wanting my tripod there, not people actually genuinely being uncomfortable. Because like I said, the rule is still that you can film. So if this is what we're gonna do, like I'm still going to continue filming then. Like I'm going to find a way to keep filming. I'm also gonna look to try to get a suction cup mount that hopefully will be able to hold like a DSLR camera and put it on like the mirrors and the walls and stuff, because I think that would get it off the floor. And to use the tripods that kind of like wrap around things with like the bendy arms and like put it around equipment. I just think the way management has handled this in the rule that they chose to instate, which by the way, I'm super thankful I can still film. Like I know I'm treading lightly here, but just how this has played out to me is really showcasing to me how petty the situation really is. These things are bomb. Both the honey cinnamon flavor and the chocolate one. Obsessed. So I currently was just editing tomorrow's YouTube video that is going up. I feel like I always get caught editing my YouTube videos late the night before, but we're going to have dinner now, we as in me. I just love me a good Pinterest recipe, so honestly I'm gonna link all of them down below, because I'm realizing I'm gonna show you 3 different things that I made via a Pinterest recipe, and it's always just so easy. You follow it, like, and it's kind of like a fun thing to do, and I just feel like it's a form of self-care for me to like make myself a meal, and I've been really inspired by fall meals lately. So anyways, I made a butternut squash soup, honestly quite a few days ago now, but I think it's still good and fine. When I was back in New York visiting home, my stepmom had made some and it was so good, and so it really inspired me to make my own. However, not to bore you, but it just was kind of bland for me, so without over explaining the story, I think I figured out what I need to do to make it have more flavor. Like I think I accidentally watered it down too much, which I think is contributing. Like I know that butternut squash soup is pretty bland to begin with, but it just was really bland. So I'm gonna add another one of these bone broths in there. This is the French onion flavor, which I feel like would go well with the soup. And I'm hoping this is gonna bring some more flavor back and help combat how much I kind of watered it down on accident. Next thing I'm gonna do, even though I don't really want to, but we need to get some protein in this meal. So I'm going to whip up some just burger patties really quick of this ground beef, just to kind of eat on the side. I know it's not really gonna go with it, but I feel like ideally I would do some like grilled chicken on the side, but I don't have any. So for my burgers, I always dice up some onion. I throw that in with the raw meat. Usually I use this sauce, and I'm gonna try to say it, but I'm out of it right now. I desperately need to go to the grocery store. Story of my life. But then I will do a little bit of pepper, not too much though. I'm not really a pepper girl. I don't have any more good salt, so here's a little bit of that. I'm going to do some garlic powder and also a little bit of thyme, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then I mix it all together, form patties, pop it on the stove with some olive oil in the pan, and then I cook it for about like 7 minutes each side. Dude, these have been in our pantry for so long. Let's see if they're stale. They're like doable though. I thought they were gonna be so bad. Oh, they don't expire till April of 2024. Okay, let's see if this soup got any better. Actually, genuinely way more flavor. That's actually so much better, yay. Yay. That's good. Presentation of my meals are never a sight for sore eyes, okay? Let's just like get that out in the open. But here's my dinner. I'm actually so stoked that the soup is better. I topped it off with some pecorino romano cheese just because I love that. And then the 1 pound of meat made like 4 burgers. So I'm having 2. So I'm having like half a pound of meat, which is honestly pretty accurate for me. And I'm such a ketchup stan. For some dessert, this was also something else that I made that was also a Pinterest recipe, and it is some apple crisp. Now, I feel like this isn't something that I crave often, but when I do, it hits so hard, and I feel like this is the perfect time of year for it. I need to warm it up, it'll look more appetizing, but oh, and it's so easy to make. Like if you need a fall little dessert comfort treat, make this. I will link the recipe down below too. This is some like lemon gelato. Look how delicious that is. Oh my goodness. Dude, I'm sorry you can't even tell me this doesn't look bomb friggin' tastic. Guys, I'm actually so happy with this full day of eating because I feel like usually mine are the same thing every freaking day. And I feel like we had a decent change up. I feel like we had a lot of good fall inspired meals that you guys can make if you're interested. I also want to disclaim with the whole gym situation, I'm really not trying to come across as like entitled, rude, inconsiderate. You just have to keep in mind like this is my world no matter which way you slice the cake. Like not only because I love the gym, but like this is literally my job. So yes, it is important to me. It's pretty much bottom line, but I'm not trying to come at anyone's throat. I don't wish ill will on anyone. All right, you guys, I'm going to enjoy this. I have to finish up editing a little bit, and then I'm probably going to read my book and just chillax tonight. I feel like I need just to unplug tonight. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'm sending you guys so much love, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.